Welcome back. It has been a long time since we've seen Fred Sauceman in the studio, but he is back for this month's edition of Food with Fred. Fred, you've been out of the country. Tell us about where you've been.
We have been to the Amalfi Coast of Italy. Gorgeous place. I was talking a while ago. You remember how the weather was here on Monday?
Right.
That's the way it was the whole trip, with only about 2 minutes of rain. But we were in a small town, really. This was not a big city trip. We stayed in a small town called Vietri sul Mare, right on the Tyrrhenian Sea, which is part of the Mediterranean, overlooking that sea. So you can imagine the kinds of seafood we were able
just
to
look
try.
at that.
That's Amalfi, one of the towns. And you see that shot is a caprese salad. One of the places we visited was the Isle of Capri, and that's what the salad is named after. And there's a shot of a lemon tree, and that's the trophy picture from trips like this. What you see is a lemon filled with sorbetto, lemon sorbetto. And there were lemon trees literally all around us.
Well, to say I'm jealous, I think, is an understatement, Fred, but you know, you're right there on the sea. That leads me to think you had a lot of really good seafood.
We did. Red snapper, octopus right out of the water. Now, one of the most unusual things we tried, and I probably wouldn't have tried this unless somebody suggested it, and an Italian friend there did, it was sea urchin.
Ooh, okay.
Sea urchin cooked into a pasta dish. And one of the interesting things I learned there, you know, in American restaurants that serve Italian food, a lot of times you'll get the plate of olive oil and the herbs. You don't see that much in Italy.
Really?
With the bread. Yeah, the bread comes out to the table, and you're supposed to kind of ration that bread until the end of the meal, and then sop up, that's a good American word,
yeah,
whatever sauce is left in that bowl with that bread, and then send that bowl back to the kitchen, and that is the ultimate compliment to the chef.
That's very smart right there. I do still like the olive oil and bread. That's pretty tasty stuff, but that's a good idea right there. Olive
oil is on every table. Of course, balsamic vinegar is too. But yeah, and dining practices there are a little bit different. If a place is open for lunch, generally it will close down in the afternoon. And I'm a fairly late eater, so this worked with me. That place may reopen for dinner at 7 or 7:30.
If someone, you know, is watching today and maybe they're planning an Italian trip, do you have any recommendations when it comes to cuisine?
When it comes to cuisine, eat local. I mean, gosh, don't go there and eat American food. Go there and eat those lemons and that olive oil and the fresh mozzarella cheese. That sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't follow that dictum. We went to a farm above Sorrento, and the mozzarella cheese that we had for lunch that day was milk that morning.
I'm going to be thinking about that sorbetto for a while. kind of creamy with the tart and sour. It sounds delicious.
Yeah, and another thing you'll find there is the Italian liqueur limoncello.
Very tasty stuff, Fred. We're all jealous of you, but thanks for sharing your stories. That's this month's edition of Food with Fred, and we'll be right back.